From hosting the largest YouTube live stream show to being the most charitable celebrity in Kenya, 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲's current success is surprisingly admirable, to a point of making all his previous life look like they were all happy moments. What actually happened?
What is inspiring 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲 in life right now?
Poverty. I don't want poverty. I don't want to be poor ever again. I don't want to go back to the village. I don't want to go back to the streets. So that's my inspiration. My inspiration. Go through what I went through.
Let's go back to where it all started. The story starts in 2009 when 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲, then known by his name Steve Thompson Magana, first came to Nairobi with nothing but dreams. Born on 6th June 1990, 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲 grew up in a relatively toxic environment as he didn't get along with his father. He was forced to leave home just before he turned 20, but things didn't go as well as you would think. 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲 ended up on the streets in Nairobi, where he would eventually learn to survive on his own. He was forced to hustle just to survive, working on odd jobs like selling water with mkokoteni, cleaning, and even washing dishes in hotels. It was during this difficult period that his friend introduced him back to school. After school, 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲 entered a period of hustling to make a living. His first major job was working in Nairobi's industrial area. It was during this period that he got his break when a Chinese employer noticed his jokes while working and promoted him to an office messenger job. This promotion marked a turning point in 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲's life as it gave him more financial stability. During this time, he met his first baby mama in a somewhat unexpected way, and it was 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲's first romantic experience. The two began interacting more frequently, and over time, they formed a connection which later on led to 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲's first child. 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲's life started taking a different direction the moment he was introduced to the Kenya National Theatre by a friend. His jokes had gotten him a promotion, and he was well known among his friends, but he had not yet ventured into the professional entertainment industry. This casual introduction marked a turning point in 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲's life, and the exposure allowed him to network with big names in the industry like Fred Omondi, 𝐸𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲, and 𝐸𝐭𝐨𝐿. However, 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 was yet to meet even more important connections in the industry. It was during a random interaction that 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 pulled up a funny Nigerian accent that caught the attention of Kajairo. This marked the birth of 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲, the character. A boy raised by a father of Luo descent and an Igbo mother. What many people don't understand is that 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐫𝐲 is a character developed for stage performance and is very different from Stephen Thompson Magana. Kajairo, well known for his musical comedy and radio presence, was already an established figure, and 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 looked up to him as a key influencer in the Kenyan comedy landscape. On his first episode on Kajairo Music Comedy, 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 nailed it as you would expect. The audience could not get enough of him, and the comment section on Facebook exploded with love from fans who wanted to hear more of his jokes. The Nigerian accent became his signature, and viewers started recognizing him as that Nigerian guy from the show. This performance, however, did not just only solidify his presence in the comedy industry, but also opened doors for more significant opportunities. After the video went viral, 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲's profile in the entertainment industry grew. This exposure led to his involvement in various radio shows, including his notable work at QFM and later on other platforms like NTV, where he became a popular presenter. However, you would think this was the best ever moment 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 had, but more were yet to come. During an end-year party at Nation, Alex Madenge and Alibaba asked 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 to come on stage and greet people. When 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 was given the mic, he absolutely stole the show. The CEO promoted 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 as the permanent employee on the spot. 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 went from earning just 10,000 Kenya shillings to 70,000 Kenya shillings. The CEO also gave 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 an opportunity to host a break time show on NTV, co-hosting with Nice Githinji. However, in spite of all these, 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 has had a fair share of scandals. Being a comedian, sometimes he can just make a joke that can easily be mistaken for an insult. During one of his shows, 𝐬𝐭𝐨𝐲 said that DJ 𝐭𝐨𝐲 doesn't know how to mix during a live event.
Mix tukafika hivi ni DJ nikapata DJ 𝐭𝐨𝐲 ajui kumix live. So mimi MC
nikapata DJ 𝐭𝐨𝐲 ajui kumix.
Wallahi, this is true story. So tuko mimi na MC namwambia, I think tulikuwa hapo City Hall. I think it was hapo ndani ya City Hall. I'm not sure. I think hapo ndani. So namwambia aya, sisi fanya mambo, ananiambia ongea nicheze ngoma next. DJ 𝐭𝐿𝐴, if you remember.
Judging by how he said this, you can already tell he meant no harm. But obviously, DJ 𝐭𝐿𝐴 had to take offense. I mean, DJ 𝐭𝐿𝐴 makes income from live events and shows, and making such a statement publicly obviously hurt 𝐭𝐿𝐴's brand. We can also say it chased away clients who would have wanted 𝐭𝐨𝐿onje to perform in their live events. 𝐭𝐭𝐨𝐿onje had to drop a lengthy statement explaining how he took these remarks made by Obina. He requested a public apology within 7 days, stating that failure to comply would result in legal proceedings. 𝐭𝐭𝐨𝐿onje warned Obina against putting him in controversy just for a few fleeting views and likes. Another scandal that Oga Obina found himself in was during his interview with 𝐸𝐵𝐸. During the interview, 𝐸𝐵𝐸 talked about how he wanted to meet the president and have a small chat, probably about youth empowerment. But the way Obina handled the interview was just shocking.
So utakutana na Ruto?
Naam.
Ndio umwambie?
Nimwambie si eti mambo na unajua watu wanafikiri ni mambo na nenda kwa kupatiwa hela. Hapana, mimi ni mzalendo. Sasa tunaenda kuongea ni kitu gani ambayo inaathiri nchi yetu ya Kenya. Na akona mpango gani kuhusu nchi ya Kenya.
Unataka kwenda kumuuliza hivyo?
Naam.
Akwambie wewe?
Aniambie mimi.
This video sparked a lot of reactions from fans who saw Obina as being disrespectful to guests. One angry fan in the comment section said, "Mzee, siku moja utashuka. Don't ever demean a fellow human. Always keep a neutral position when interviewing your guests." Once again, we can't blame people for making such comments, but we need to remember that Obina is just a comedian at the end of the day. 𝐸𝐵𝐸 later on made allegations that Obina wanted to use him. This came after Obina suggested that 𝐸𝐵𝐸 should venture into comedy for better financial prospects. Well, 𝐸𝐵𝐸 snapped. 𝐸𝐵𝐸 thought Obina was disrespecting his musical talent. However, many people didn't side with 𝐸𝐵𝐸. One said, "Jielewe kwanza bana, Ogana jaribu kukusaidia." Another said, "Huyu kumtetea ni vigumu sana." These comments clearly shows the true picture of Obina. He's always willing to help, and this willingness to help has been his secret weapon for his success all along. The most notable person that Oga Obina has helped is Demo Facebook. Obina invited Demo Facebook to his show, and their chemistry really contributed to Demo Facebook's success. Demo Facebook had to say this about Obina during an interview with Eve Mungai. "I've wronged him many times. You know how women can be, but he never gets angry. Instead, he calmly corrects me." This is the good side of Obina that nobody's talking about. Obina even gifted Demo Facebook with a brand new car. Obina has been a radio host for various radio stations, with the recent being Kiss 100 FM. He is also a brand ambassador for companies like Uber, Deacon, and Golden Tulip. He is also a businessman. He owns an entertainment company that does events and artist management. Obina is also an event MC and a musician. He has dropped couple hits like Welo, Namposti, and the most recent one, Kado. We haven't even talked about how many YouTube channels Obina has, generating hundreds of thousands in revenue every month. Oga Obina has also adopted 2 kids from a children's home. In a recent video, Obina was seen preparing the kids for school as they resume studies for the second term. He picked them up from the children's home and even laid down a red carpet for them to walk on. Then he took them to a shoe store where he bought them school shoes. Afterwards, Obina took them to a supermarket where he bought them anything they might need in school, including snacks and toiletries. The next part of the clip showed the kids sleeping in his car after a long day on their way to school. The comedian dropped them off at school, ensuring they were all settled in and had all they needed. Obina said this in the caption, "Today was a good day. I made someone happy, and I'm happy, and so is God, and that's all that matters. I took my 2 new kids to school, did some general shopping of books, uniforms, snacks, and fees. And now let's wait for them to grow up and become good people in society." This is how Oga Obina has single-handedly made his way through poverty, handled scandals, struggled as being a single father, helping others along the way to now having an estimated net worth of 100 million